Velocity, Moon, peace and blessings. Mercury, MKS in the 7th house, Mercury, Marana, Karaka, Sthana in the 7th house, right? So why does Mercury become MKS in this position? So, Mercury, as I said in the previous video, Mercury, it's like a hyperactive ass child. It's extremely energetic, you know what I'm saying? It's jovial, it's full of energy, it's full of life, it's always ready to play, it's always ready to engage in some type of activity, some type of adventure, some type of hobby or interest or even study, you know what I'm saying, or some type of work or whatever, you feel me? It's always on go, you feel me? It's full of gas, it's ready to motherfucking get its hands on and get into something, right? Some type of activity. And the reason that Mercury doesn't align with the 7th house, it represents, completion. It represents ending. It represents death. It represents, contractual partnerships and relationships. It represents solution. You know what I'm saying? Two people coming together to agree to conform to a solution of some sort so you can end the issue, so you can solve the issue. You know what I'm saying? It's a house of death, really, right? It is one of the houses of death and whatnot. And when it comes to death, it's like cessation of activity of some sort, right? 7th house is where, you don't necessarily want to be too cerebral. The cerebral process was done in the 6th house, right? The 7th is just the implementation or, the conforming to whatever solution arises between two parties or whatnot, right? But further than that, the 7th house, it represents devotion. You feel me? Your object of devotion, your partner or that which you marry yourself to, that which you contract yourself to, you know what I'm saying? That which you union with and whatnot, right? And union requires like a single-minded type of a single-mindedness, right? The thing about Mercury is double-minded. It represents duality. You know what I'm saying? Mercury, it represents multiplicity. You feel me? It represents different choices and whatnot. You feel me? A and B and C and D. And when Mercury comes into the 7th house, it can show that the person doesn't really want to necessarily full-on commit to whatever particular partner or contract or relationship that it comes across. Like, it's like a 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Like, you know what I'm saying? The person could be with this person, but you feel me? You thinking about 3, 4 other bitches, or not only that, you plotting on, when you going to escape or when you going to leave, or, yada, 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 et cetera, whatnot, right? Not only that, Mercury in the 7th house, it can show a lack of ability to actually, on a deep level, emotionally be devoted and connected to the partner, to kind of like die within a partner, right? It can represent that a person might criticize the partner too much, or that you might attract critical partners. You feel me? So the relationship doesn't necessarily bypass the cerebral level as it should, the intellectual or the level of logic. You feel me? It's a lot of measurements that are being made. And when it comes to a relationship, you feel me? You just want somebody that really has an open heart and an open soul, and somebody that's, that's willing to union for the right particular cause and know that's the right thing to do. But Mercury, it's a lot of back and forth. You feel me? It's a lot of uncertainty when it comes to Mercury and whatnot. When it's in the 7th, but actually it is good for when Mercury is in the 7th. It can show that the person has they have an attractive style of communication, or you feel me? They, based off of their conversational skill, you feel me? Their even intellect or whatever, how they interact with people or whatever. It can show that this is quite attractive to a good number of people or whatever. So it can show that there are different relationship interests or potentialities at the disposal of somebody who has Mercury in the 7th, right? You know what I'm saying? It can show that, it can show that you pretty much have different options or whatever, but it's like, even if you choose the option, it's not necessarily something that's really going to stick or solidify for a long length of time or whatnot, right? This is really a combination for somebody who were to have, I'm not even gonna lie, this is like a combination for somebody who like Nature Boy. Nature Boy got Mercury in his seventh, so it's like he got different wives. So like a polygamous lifestyle, you feel me? So you could have different partners. You can tap in with one partner, for a week or however long, and then you can go to the other one. It's variety. That's the moral of the story. Mercury in the seventh is looking for variety. You feel me? It's looking for different flavors to try out, and it's never really satisfied. No matter how much of variety it gets, no matter how much of you know a difference in psyche or personality or race or whatever the fuck. That is one of the remedies for Mercury in the seventh. You just want to marry a partner who's really different from you, right? Who's different from your background, from your upbringing, or whatever you want to call it, or whatever, right? But even with that, it doesn't necessarily solve the problem of bringing some peace to the seventh house situation or whatnot. So, what else about Mercury in the seventh house? I mean, yeah, pretty much the person is just unable to come to the completion factor. The feeling like something is complete, the feeling like, okay, this is balanced, the feeling like, okay, I can put this to rest, the feeling like, okay, this is a good deal, this is a good contract, you know what I'm saying, this is a good situation, the feeling of receiving bliss or happiness or joy from unions and partnerships can be very much so void with Mercury's in the seventh. Well,